Zhu Liniai felt guilty about the death of Qin Yunying. 11 Niang accompanied Zhu Liniai and comforted Zhu Liniai. On the other hand, the Marquis of Jinyuan no longer trusted Wang Jiayubo because of the news brought by Qin Yunying. He was ready to take action first and get rid of Wang Jiayubao. All this is in Zhu Liniai's plan. He has already let Wang Jiayubao guard against it. As long as Jinyuan starts, Wang Jiayubao will accept the court's peace. Linbo came to look for Holly again. He hugged Holly tightly, hoping that Holly could marry him. Although Holly didn't agree on his mouth, he had a sweet joy in his heart, and he also accepted the jade dong repaired by Linbo. Subsequently, Linbo showed his intention to 11 Niang before going to Fujian. He wanted to marry Holly. 11 Niang knew that Holly also belonged to Linbo. She agreed to their marriage and also gave Holly a holiday, so that Holly could practice well for Linbo. Wu Niang is about to give birth, and the farm is not yet harvest season. Seeing that the family can't open the pot, Qian Shusheng still does not neglect Wu Niang. Qian Shusheng was worried about the 2 silver houses in his family. A friend introduced a business to Qian Shusheng. One was that people in the south needed a large number of embroidery products. It happened that 11 Niang was doing embroidery workshop business. Qian Shusheng made up his mind. He came to consult with 11 Niang. 11 Niang wanted to help the Qian family tide over difficulties, and secondly, she also wanted to drive the Xianyi pavilion to the south. She did not hesitate to deal with it. Who knows that this matter is a trap set by Jinyuan Marquis? Soon after, the Beijing Shixianyu pavilion had an accident because of colluding with pirates to smuggle embroidery. Not only was Master Jian arrested, but also the 11 Niang was involved. Shen Shanfu came to Xufu to take away the 11 Niang. Zhu Liniai reassured the 11 Niangs. He would definitely save 11 Niang. The prestige of Yang Bing, who was outside. Zhu Liniai asked Shen Shanfu not to abuse the lynching 11 Niang. 11 Niang saw that Zhu Liniai believed in her and felt warm from the bottom of her heart. After that, Qian Ming was also arrested for his involvement in this matter. Before he was arrested, he told Wu Niang everything and asked Wu Niang to go to Xufu to find Zhu Liniai. Du Kui came to Xufu. He brought the latest news about the case. The evidence and witness in the hands of the Ministry of Criminal Justice have been conclusive. The only key is Qin Zuan, who is leading Qian Ming to do this business. However, Qin Zuan has gone to Fujian because of the promotion of Jinyuan Marquis. Zhu Liniai is afraid that he will not be able to find Qin Zuan during the trial of the 3rd Division of Criminal Justice. 11 Niang's imprisonment touched the hearts of Zhu Fu. Old Mrs. Zhu had been worried about 11 Niang in her heart for fear that 11 Niang would be wronged in prison. Zhu Liniai wanted to go to prison to visit 11 Niang, but the Ministry of Criminal Justice stopped Zhu Liniai. 11 Niang knew that this was aimed at her. She did not want to involve Master Jane, but let Master Jane blame her alone when he was interrogated. 11 Niang took the lead in accepting the interrogation. 11 Niang shouted for injustice. She refused to plead guilty, let alone admit that the smuggling was ordered by Zhu Liniai. Seeing that the Ministry of Criminal Justice could not open 11 Niang's mouth, Jinyuan had put pressure on the Ministry of Criminal Justice and asked the Ministry of Criminal Justice to determine Zhu Liniai's crime. 11 Niang refused to plead guilty, so the Ministry of Criminal Justice had to interrogate Master Jane. Master Jane was severely punished. She took all the crimes on herself. In her heart, 11 Niang was not only her apprentice, but also her relative. When Amber learned that 11 Niang was in prison, she was anxious to go out to inquire about the news, but was stopped and robbed by the people of the young lady. Oshonian wanted to be unfavorable to Amber. Fortunately, Lin Shixian got the news in time. He rescued the 11 Niang from the young lady. Amber begged Lin Shixian to save the 11 Niang. Lin Shixian promised Amber when he was in a dilemma. If this matter was really the Marquis of Jinyuan, he would never watch 11 Niang be killed. Zhu Liniai went to Qin Jilao because of the matter of 11 Niang, hoping that the Holy Spirit and Qin Jilao could give him some more time. He would definitely find the flaws in the case and save 11 Niang. Chen Jilao analyzed the current situation. He gave Zhu Linyi a remotivated wife inscription. As long as he submitted the remotivated inscription at the trial of the 3 judicial divisions and took off the 11th Nying on the spot, all the problems would be solved easily. Not only did smuggling have nothing to do with the Zhu family, but the C-band promoted by Zhu Linyi for many years would also proceed smoothly. Zhu Linyi don't lose the bigness in this clivia lie. On the one hand, he was his wife, and on the other hand, he was his country. Zhu Linyi was in a dilemma. The photo brought Zhu Linyi the news that Ken Zuan was dead. Jinny Yuan, who had arranged everything secretly,